Okay, so my next guest is a wife, she's a mother, she's a professional, she's a beauty queen, and a community advocate. Now, her name is Janelle Woods-Mcnish. She was recently named one of Boston Business Journal's 40 Under 40 Last Year Business Leaders, and she's also the reigning Mrs. North America 2017 and will compete in the International Mrs. Transcontinental Pageant in May. Now, the cause that she chose to champion is Saving Our Children from the Night. That's a partnership with the nationally recognized nonprofit Children of the Night, which is committed to rescuing America's children from prostitution. Now, as a national spokesperson, Janelle is hosting a fundraiser in Boston this May to raise awareness and much-needed funds to combat child prostitution and sexual exploitation of young people. We now welcome Janelle to Urban Update. Thank you. I'm glad you wore the...
I wore my official sash.
Exactly.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So let's be really specific. This is Mrs., right?
Mrs.
So that means you competed with other wives.
Correct, correct.
Right. Okay, good. All right, so tell me, when did you become aware of this problem? Because it's not one that is talked about much.
It's not, but it's a very pervasive problem here in the U.S. People think it's an international problem, but it's happening in our own backyards.
Really?
I actually met a young girl. If you saw her, her name is Nicole, using an alias. But if you met Nicole, she looks like every other girl. She's about 12 years old when I met her.
12?
And so really meeting Nicole changed my perspective. She could be my daughter, she could be your daughter, she could be anyone's daughter, and she fell into a lifestyle and was lured into a lifestyle that you wouldn't imagine on anyone. So once I met her, I felt that it was my duty to really figure out a way that I could be a part of saving children from the night, in essence.
And then you contacted this organization, found out more about it.
They're amazing. They started in the late 70s, and they've been doing this work for the past 30-plus years. They've saved over 10,000 children. Really taking them from the streets, getting them into college prep programs and into college, and they just have a commitment to our children and really meeting them where they're at and really being a resource for them.
So with this title, you have a platform, right? So people will listen to you, especially younger women. How are you using this platform to convey this message? As
you mentioned, this is a topic people don't want to talk about. They either want to ignore that it's happening, or it really is just something that you don't talk about. So I'm hoping that as a beauty queen, quote unquote beauty queen, I'm able to usher these conversations and really have people have dialogue around it. Young girls to really understand some of the mechanisms that people use to lure them into the lifestyle. Our young girls are vulnerable. They're young, they're impressionable, so really helping them see warning signs for men and other people who are trying to lure them into this lifestyle.
So are you using what, social media?
Social media, I have an app that's going to be coming out soon, really talking about warning signs for young girls. I have a public service announcement, which is helping those young girls who are in this lifestyle get help and resources.
Funny you should mention the public service announcement. Yeah. It's right on cue. So I think if Jen has it on cue, we want to take a look at a quick 30-second promo that you put together. Very simple. Yeah. We'll look at it and then we'll talk about it on the other side.
Thank you.
You've been told you are worthless and unwanted. You're on the streets alone. There are pimps and pushers on every corner leading you down a path you do not want to be on. You want and need a way out. There is hope. Children of the Night is that hope. They offer food, shelter, counseling, medical care, and an on-site school where you can catch up and even go to college. A new beginning. They are just a phone call away, so please make the call.
So you're really encouraging young folks and people to call that hotline.
Call the hotline. There's help, just a phone call away wherever you are here locally or across our nation, there's help.
Okay, so what's next for you aside from this? I know you've got, aside from a Miami trip tomorrow.
Miami trip tomorrow, I am going to be doing a fundraiser at one of my favorite restaurants, Doña Habana. We'll be doing that May 4th, raising funds for Children of the Night. And then later on in May, I'm heading to the international pageant, so I'll be competing with women across the world.
People can follow you. We'll put up your information.
You can follow me on my Instagram, Facebook, and my personal webpage, JanelleWoods-Mcnish.com.
All right, so let's put that website up there, and thank you so much. And I'll see you at Doña Habana, which is one of my favorite restaurants as well. On when was it?
May 4th.
May 4th. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, don't move, because up next, information on a very unique dance marathon. All the details in just a few moments right here on Urban Update.